To our meeting today. Today is July 28th, 2022. We're having our monthly meeting Friday, but even though tomorrow we're honoring one of our elders that moved on and passed on, our Tim Brown. So in honor of him that we're having our meeting today, so you can attend his services tomorrow. So, but that in mind, that we're going to move forward today with our meeting, and we'll call the meeting to order. It's 11:18 a.m. Mike, do you want to do roll call, please?
Yes, Chairman. District 1? Here. District 2?
Here.
District 3?
Here.
Secretary Treasurer here.
Yeah, we have a quorum, Miigwech, thank you. Review and approve the agenda.
Mr. Chair, if I could just add a donation request from the Powwow Committee in High Point. And I think you guys got.
Yeah, we got it.
Yeah.
We got it.
Okay.
And that'll probably go under.
New business?
I have one item, just a revision of our marriage code. Before I go on new business.
We did this one first, though, Mike. The Pine Point thing? Or was it a new business, right?
Yeah.
Okay, got that. Eugene jumps ahead.
Okay, motion to approve the agenda.
Motion.
Motion by Mike,
Second.
second by Henry, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries, Miigwech. Next up is review and approve the meeting minutes, which we don't have done this week. And before we get into the reports of the officers, and we have 3 new officers here, and I want to welcome them to YouTube, and their first meeting on YouTube is we do this on a monthly basis, and we do have special meetings periodically in between the monthly meetings. So, but this is our primary platform, what we kind of get our information out to our membership that's watching on YouTube. So, but before that, we do have guests that want to present the PowerPoint, and I know we can't get it, but I think it's going to be on Eugene's Surface Pro. We're going to go through the Indigenous Leaders in Governance. It's a Native Governance Center, and but we're going to give them time right now because they're on time constraints, and they kind of want to give us a little view of what they do. So I want to say, Miigwech, Eugene, you could take it over from me.
Okay. So I want to introduce Wayne Ducheneau from the Native Governance Center, and then Wayne, you can introduce you and your staff. Oh, for sure. We'll start with our deputy director. Or should we start with council first?
Yeah, we better start with council. Chairman Fairbanks here. Go ahead.
Antonio Solorzano, General Counsel, White Earth Nation.
Uju Nudadan Siddichnakas Mapadude Gawababi Gadikag Nindujaba. My name is Cheryl Annie Jackson. I'm the District 3 rep here.
Sam Corolla, Vice Chairman of the White Earth Elders Council.
I'm Brandon Kier. I'm the chairman of the White Earth Community Council.
Michael LaRock, White Earth Secretary Treasurer.
Buju, Gage, give me one, Indishna, Makwunadim. Gaji Kajwe, I'm Henry Fox, District One Rep.
Buju Ogimagijik Benes Indigenous Wabijishi and Dudin Kalababigani Kagin to Injibani Tosh and Buju Wayne, it's Eugene Summers, District One, our District Two representative.
Buju Maktagan, Indigenous Makwando, then Kalababigani Kagin to Injibani. Buju Wayne, Michaela, my name is Curtis Rogers. I'm the Deputy Director of White Earth Nation.
Hi, I'm Aisha Kemp. I'm the Executive Administrative Assistant.
Hello, I'm Esther Eames. I'm the Admin Assistant to District 2.
Hello, Mikhail Fox, District 1 Admin Assistant.
All right, Wayne, that was everybody. No, yep, it popped up now.
almost don't have. Looking at it.
Yeah, I'm interested on the tribal history and, our constitution, because, White Earth is a part of the Minnesota Chippewa tribe, so there's a very unique government structure there. And, I'm not sure if there's any other tribal nation in a similar situation as us, but I'm really interested in, constitution work and, other resources. And then the Zoom meetings, I'd really like to be in person, but I know, I know we got to take precautions. So. Okay. And then, with our timeline, I hope you guys can really work with us because, it's a new council, a lot of new council members, and we all sit on different subcommittees throughout the MCT. So, the timeline, if you guys are flexible with us, we'll try to be as flexible as we can with you. Yeah, it'll probably have to be over email, and then I think we could probably have our government relations officer kind of coordinate that with them. She'll have like a master schedule for all of us. Yes. Yes. I'm really excited for the program, and I approve of it. I can't speak on behalf of the rest of the council, but I'm sure we can go down the line and ask for input.
Representative District 1 Fox, yeah, this looks really good. I come from a background, I guess, of, whatever trainings or whatever information we can get, we should do, so. And it looks good, so.
Yeah, I'm in agreement with it. I think it's well needed for new council members and stuff like that. So I'm in favor of it. Miigwech.
Yeah, I'm in favorite of it too, but I'm wondering, now, we do have members that are interested in areas like this.
Yes.
Can they attend?
They have individual programming, the Native Nation Rebuilders program. It's something that me and Curtis Rogers were in, and a couple other tribal members. But there's been a history of there's not a lot of White Earth rebuilders, and we'd like to ramp that up. So, but this training just for newly elected tribal officers.
Oh.
Yep.
Yes.
We went ahead.
Okay, that's good because, I don't want to leave them out of the loop either. So be quick.
I guess when it comes from my office, the chairman's office, I guess I'm in favor of any type of training for all of us, I guess. And, I look at this and I think about all the needs out there, especially for our delegation, our wider delegation that could utilize this. I think about everything out there, like what Eugene Hayden was, the Minnesota Chippewa tribe, the TEC, what we go through on a quarterly basis meeting with our our team from the 6 bands, and I think that we could all utilize some type of training when it comes to our governance and also our constitution and also our membership. Like Annie said, our membership is important. They'd like to be brought up to speed and like to be trained, and I think that it'd be important that we get some type of stuff like information like what you guys are offering to us, is to get it down to our directors, our managers, our coordinators, and our employees. I mean, it could be rebuilding the whole system, and like we talk about our different divisions that are kind of not, that were handed to us from the federal government that we're still trying to mend and fix too. So I think it's a good start and a good place where we could look at and restart rebuilding, like you said. And I think it's a good idea. And I think the timelines, because right now is with new council coming on board and how busy we've been on our schedules lately. I mean, this would probably, to me, it would be better if we kind of moved it more in the winter time where we kind of have more time to, because right now I think that the council right now is getting acclimated in this time right now. And I think it's really good because, we have, I don't know how many divisions we have, Lori.
22, I believe.
22 divisions, and we're probably through about 2 or 3 of them right now. Plus we got different other things, and council slowly getting acclimated into all this information that they have to learn. So maybe these timelines for September, maybe it could work. Maybe a month past that, we could look at October maybe. But I think that's something that will correspond back to you. But I think it's good content, good material. And I think that's something that not only us as council, that we'd like to offer it for everyone that would be interested in learning for rebuilding. So I want to say, Miigwech, and thank you for your time.
Mr. Chairman, can I begin my comments?
Yes.
I would also like to see because we have a couple of our community council here. I'd like to see some training for them also, for our community councils. I think we have, how many community councils do we have? Including the preservation. Maybe. Well, anyways, I would like to see some kind of a program for those leaders too. Those 11.
8 that live on the rest though. But
3 off.
Well, thank you, guys.
Yep, me
Thank you.
Directors,
Yes.
yeah.
Laura.
Lee.
Yeah.
Laura Lee or Lori?
Yeah, Laura Erickson.
Yeah, we can email you.
We'll have to talk about it.
We'll have to talk about that one. Yeah, it would have to be you.
It would probably be, but it would have to be a resolution through all of us.
Okay. Do we have DocuSign?
No, but we'll get back to you. Just tell me,
Okay.
we'll get back.
Yeah, you just email it over to us and then get it signed and we'll email it back.
I got a question. The 16 hours of training, would that be virtual or would that be?
Virtual.
Okay.
Zoom.
Cause I was gonna say, we do have a casino up there with the thing with, different event rooms where you guys could just, take each one of your projects and just brainstorm on each. You guys, yeah, so they do that up there with the field conferences. That's it.
Oh, Jimmy, go ahead, Dwayne.
We better hurry up then.
I know.
Thank you.
You get. Give her time with it.
All right. Back on schedule, guys. That was a good presentation. I guess next up, reports from the officers. I know the chairman, I'm first, and first of all, I want to say miigwech and thank you. And, of course, welcome the new council members on board. Has been something that we've been doing for a while now, especially with getting to know our division directors and our entities that are out there. And other updates that I do have is we had a government to government consultation with the MPCA here a few days ago, and I thought that went very well. It covered a lot of different areas, especially around our water levels, our sulfate levels, and also meeting with Commissioner Keeler has been something that's been, that we as a tribal government, we have to keep on top of things when it comes to our environment and also our rice and also our water. And I thought the consultation went very well with her. So that's something that we participated in with the commissioner. Other than that, I think we're sitting down with the council almost every day and going over different things and planning. I think that's been something that's been really kind of beneficial to not only to my office, but to, I think, all of our offices and looking at what we want to do for the future for our nation. And I think what we just seen right now is what Native Nations rebuilding is something that we're at a forefront again as White Earth Nation moves forward, that we can work together and build something nice for our next 7 generations of our children. So I want to say Miigwech, and I'll hand it over to Mike to do a quick report on, I know he's just getting in his office. So go ahead, Mike. Miigwech.
Welcome, everybody. I guess the main part about, my update's going to be is about moving forward. So I'm right now with the financial statements and stuff like that, I'm just busy catching up, trying to catch up with all the divisions, trying to catch up with our chief financial officer and stuff like that. I will be putting a report out here in the next, probably in the future here, getting the report done and all that, and to the membership and stuff like that. On the other note, on the community service note, we've been very busy, attending a lot of meetings and going to a lot of with the picnic schedule that's going through for all the communities. I've been getting out to those picnics and making sure that we get out there and let the people know that we're out and about and doing stuff like that also too. So other than that, it's business as usual. We just got to get our stuff, get our feet wet and get what we do. We sat on the gaming commission. We did some other things this past week and all that. And we all know that our schedules are very, very challenging but we know what we have to do and we know what we're going to move forward. So miigwech to everybody.
Thank you, Mike. District 1, Henry, you want to go next?
Yeah, thanks, Chairman. District 1, side of it is, we've been really busy, with all these meetings, meeting with, our directors and our divisions and stuff, and gaming commission today, housing today. But I would also like to, say, thanks to the other, tribal council members, because we don't just quit, answering phone calls, especially for, our desks in the community and stuff. And we've already, kind of dealt with some of them, within our times with our meetings and answering our constituencies too. So like I say, we're busy trying to get going in this, but we will be there and we will, like Mike said, we will move forward. So miigwech.
Thank you, Henry. Eugene.
Bonjour, everyone. Yeah, so I just want to reiterate with the Secretary Treasurer in District 1, just getting acclimated with all the meetings, trying to get caught up to speed. But a couple key things I wanted to point out were, EV charger initiative that we're looking into. So our casino actually has 2. They installed 2, and they're planning on doing 2 more. So these two chargers they have in the casino lodging area, those are kind of like the slower chargers. But then we're looking at getting two fast chargers in the front of the casino.
Mm-hmm.
And then I believe we have a 5-year lease with Otter Tail. So after that 5-year lease is up, we will 100% own those chargers. And then I'm also working with on getting a CERTS grant to install more chargers within District 2. I was appointed to the Education and Human Service Subcommittee on the TEC level. And then, me and Secretary Treasurer LaRock are actually planning on meeting with the Board on Aging, or just waiting for schedules to align there. So we're looking at accessing some state and federal funding for elder health and nutrition. And then meeting with the community councils. I know that I haven't got out to Waban or Monoman yet. I did sit down with NCC last month, earlier this month. But I want to get out and meet with all of our community councils within District 2. Another important thing that I wanted to mention that also our Secretary Treasurer is involved in this. So we had a meeting with the Department of Public Safety, State Department of Public Safety, because we got a few complaints about a couple of the DMV sites not accepting our tribal IDs. So we reported that, and they said they were going to be addressing those issues. And then also, I don't know if you want to talk more about that, Secretary, about the testing sites.
Yeah. With our DMV, we're not only, dealing with people not recognizing our tribal IDs, we're also looking at maybe doing a deputy register here in Whitehurst. So we'd be able to, people, if they need to renew their driver's license and stuff like that, they can do it right here at our DMV. We're looking into it's called a Minnesota Deputy Register in our DMV. So it makes it a lot easier for people to come over here and renew their driver's license and stuff like that and get their state IDs and stuff like that if they need them and stuff like that. So that's one of the other projects we're working on.
Yeah, but other than that, we had a nice berry camp last weekend at the Little Elbow Lake Park. Had a lot of attendance. But other than that, I don't think I have anything further.
Thank you. Annie?
Bonjour, everyone. I've been pretty busy too, meeting with these guys and, trying to help them get up to par. It's been awesome. I can now call Mike Rock, call him here, call Eugene, which I keep saying over and over. But, it's really awesome working with these guys. I mean, they hit the ground running, and that's a good thing, for not only us here, but all our membership. I did do some community meetings up until my nephew passed away, but I'm going to get back to them. I still got Callaway and Whiter to do, and I'm sure Aisha and Stace will help me get them set up. Them are really awesome. High Point went good. I know that Mike Bowman is working on street light stuff for a few communities, so I should be getting updated on that very soon. Other than that, I'm just gonna continue. Oh, we met with IHS, and it's still kind of up in the air with doctors. So we're hoping that the next meeting that we'll get an update on that, because right now we have mostly traveling doctors, and that's not good for our members. So we have to stay on top of that. Other than that, I'll still be attending meetings with all these guys and, try to get to all the community council meetings. I still haven't got off res. I do urban online sometimes, but I haven't got up north. I did Leech Lake a couple times, but I still haven't got up north. So I plan on doing that too. So with that being said, Chief Miigwech.
Thank you, Annie Miigwech. All right, no division reports this month, but we'll make sure that we'll start having them come in because they've been presenting to the new council. So, but next up on the agenda is other updates. I know we got Sam here. So Sam, you have the next.
Thank you, Mike. Sam Kroll, Vice Chair of the Whitehurst Elders Council. I'm taking over for Lucille Silk today. The elders took a bus trip to Red Lake, to the health fair, and to the fisheries today. I want to thank ITW for giving them the use of their bus. The last I heard, that's what they used. I don't know if they were having too many people, they were going to get a bigger bus, but I haven't talked to Tito today. But thanks to ITW for that. And let's see, what else do we have? I want to thank to Rose yesterday, went out and fixed up the community council parking lot in the community council building. They put in the south driveway, they fixed that and filled the mud holes that were in front of the building. On that note, I've got slip, that I run the food shelf down in Pine Point, and we had some issues here for the last 3 weeks, and the manager from Hubbard County came down last week, and he said it was just too much chaos. And him and I worked on an agreement to change the rules a little bit to where this was set up for elders, and it was getting to the point where elders were being pushed to the side and young people were just coming in and taking everything before the elders ever got to it. So we made some rules, and Annie's been down there, she knows what I'm talking about and stuff. And it worked out yesterday. The elders were really happy with it. So on that issue, let's see, I want to thank the RTC for concert tickets for elders. They've really been enjoying the shows, especially last weekend with Marie Osmond. They really enjoyed that one. I've never seen all of them stay there for the whole show, but they did last weekend. And the RTC members that donated tickets, I thank you very much for it. And I really appreciate those, and the elders, on behalf of them, I'll thank you. We spent $1,410.39 on a new ICM or ACM computer module for our vehicle. The air conditioner wasn't working, and we got pretty much everything fixed at the Ford garage in Park Rapids, and they completely got it. We got air conditioning now, so they're all happy. Now it'll get cool, we won't need it, but at least we got it fixed. And so that we spent money on that, our own money for that.
You'll need the heater fixed now.
Huh?
You'll need the heater fixed for winter.
Yeah, no, that was good. We, when we got it last fall, it worked through the winter. So on the issue of IHS, I'm hearing that elders are being treated much better. They're really trying to help out and stuff. When I know I went in to pick up medications, and they, I was there for 2 minutes, and they come and said if they could help me, and I said, no, I'm just waiting for medication. And they said, well, we'll take care of it right away. And I know other people that went in there, and they said it's changing quite a bit, but they've got a ways to go. We're waiting for Pine Point to open and stuff. We still don't have a out there. Then on some of the other stuff, we've been working on a problem with funerals. I know some of us been working on that, getting called. I received a call here a while ago on it and stuff. And we're having problems with people coming home to be buried. They don't want to bring them to be brought back home and be buried in our cemeteries. And I think this is an issue we should look into a little bit, you know, how we can get, work with basically community councils and the church out there. I know our Catholic cemetery took a direct hit here about 3 weeks ago, and where they're gonna have a funeral tomorrow, there's a tree there bigger than this pillar that fell down right across the area of that area where his folks are buried and stuff. And we're gonna have trouble there. But if they go to dig the grave, I think we might be able to use the backhoe to move that tree, most of it out of the way and stuff. But I know Annie knows what I'm talking about, and Mike has been working on it a little bit. So that's one of the issues we've had in Pine Point for quite a while and stuff, with the Catholic Church and the cemetery, and who can be buried in there and stuff. And so that was an issue that I wanted to bring up. Let's see. I got some questions on elder housing, the housing repair deal. I know that it's they're working on it. Have you got any more news, Annie, or further?
I think they got most of them scored. We have a housing meeting here at 1, so we can ask about it at 1.
And that was some of the questions there. And let's see. the elders were talking about, another thing you guys talked about, the MCT vote that came out here a while back and stuff, or I don't know if they finished it yet. I know a lot of the elders are in disagreement of changing the,
Mr. Chairman, maybe you can speak about that.
Go ahead, Eugene.
Eugene.
All right, Sam. Yeah, so that referendum vote wasn't really it wasn't a secretarial election or anything, so it doesn't change anything. And then you know, the Constitution says you need 30% of the vote. 30% of eligible members need to vote in order for anything to pass. And I think the numbers were upwards that we needed about 9,000 participation, and we only got
9,000.
99,000 or
900, 800.
But anyways, we needed 30%. We only got 22%. And that wasn't even a real referendum. It wasn't binding or anything. So
Nothing was notarized.
nothing was changed. Nothing. Yeah, it was just kind of a, I don't know what it was.
I appreciate that because a lot of them are worried.
it was.
That's what people are saying. Yeah, I got a couple of calls on that too.
And a lot of the elders are worried that, you know, we're funding the court now, and if you add this many more people to it, it's really gonna be
Yeah, we
drained on us financially.
yeah.
And we're fielding those questions. We are. When they call us, we tell them what the facts are. We have the
We've been
facts.
adding more members,
Yeah.
believe me.
Mhm.
I mean,
And I just want you to know right now, like, I spoke to the delegation, and, you know, Whiter's delegation was totally against this,
Yep.
totally against it, so.
Same point, the elders that I've talked about, they call me and said, what are we gonna do if this passes? We can't get
Yeah.
no service sometimes the way it is, and, you know, our funding, where are we gonna, how it's
Yeah.
gonna affect our funding?
I think the way they went about it wasn't very good. There's a lot of misinformation out there right now, and I think they need to do a better job of like hosting more delegation meetings and, you know, do their due diligence to the people, so.
Okay.
In October, the October MCT meeting, we're gonna address it at the October MCT.
I think the big thing that, you know, got a lot of people was iNews on Facebook. They had a big report on it
Oh, really?
yesterday, and it was like, it was passed and everything,
Yeah,
according to them, you know, so.
a lot of misinformation for
Yeah.
sure.
The only thing I would really have to add to it is I honestly believe that probably the MCT should have did a better job of their press release. They should have put more information in their press release. Because if anybody looks at that press release, it looks like it passed. It
Yeah,
does.
that's what all the elders have been talking
Yeah,
about. that
and it didn't.
they Call me and say, did it pass? We didn't vote for it. Well, how did it pass?
That's
I can't
my
say all the
comment.
elders, But the elders that I've talked to, have been in agreement with that.
And I could speak a little bit about the IHS. I was in there the other day and I noticed an elder walked in and he didn't have an appointment and he went up there and he needed to see his doctor. He needed to see his provider and he was there at 8:30 and they gave him a 9:30 appointment. So they're changing and they're starting to.
That's what I'm hearing, that they are, after our last meeting, they are trying to improve their service. And I'm glad.
I'm not quite there yet, but they'll get,
Well,
we'll
what I
keep on them.
stated to them was that, you know, they gotta get back to patient care. That's what matters down there is patient care, you know? Not if so-and-so is gonna move up the ladder or whatever. That patient is number one priority.
And on a personal note on that, I was been waiting since May to get an appointment for stomach problems. And then when one of their nurse practitioners left, they told me, well, we'll do it in July. And I called them, they didn't have it. Then, when I called them, and they said, nope, we can't do it in July, we gotta do it in August. Well, end of August, 1st September. Well, I went to Detroit Lakes, and the center got me in the same day. And what they found should have been taken care of 3-4 months ago when I wanted it done. And this is what we talked about, we can't be having stage 4 cancer go in and you got stage 4 cancer. It doesn't happen in one day. You need some pre-screening, pre-testing. And I think Detroit Lakes has got some of the systems. They had a real good Air Force doctor that I talked to, probably 30, 40 years old. And he did a wonderful job. And he took care of that, and half hour, but he said it, you know, and then he gave me some medication and stuff, so I'm hoping that'll work now and take care of stuff, but we need a doctor like that.
So this was one thing too that I thought was, that's out there, and I don't know if anybody's followed up on, is that Essentia Oncology Department said that they would be interested in working with White Earth. And
That was one of the problems I asked him. I said, can we get, when we talked about this before, there's no sharing between the two. IHS doesn't share our history, essentially, they can't find what we've been before, and we can't find out if somebody's been to Essentia before. And that's something that needs to be worked on with that thing.
And I think that was one of the things that, one of the oncologists said from Essentia is that they would be willing to kind of do, with some of that pre-screening, because what they're seeing is they're seeing our members end up, you know, in stage 4, finally coming in for cancer treatment. And so they'd be willing to, work with White Earth.
I'll bring that up next meeting.
We got another meeting coming up, don't we, Ed?
Yep, it's coming up, I'd have to look at it.
I want to say maybe the 28th. I didn't bring my notes with me. I guess that's all I really have. You know, basically, thank you, the RTC, for, they've done a great job with us. The IHS has been working with us. They wanted me to drive on the bus trip and I couldn't do it because of the medication I'm taking. So, I could, but I'm not going to be responsible for a whole busload of elders. So I told Tito, and we had a disagreement. She said, well, you know, I said, anybody can drive that van, ICW van. I mean, but I just didn't want to right now at this time, period in time, I do not want to take a whole busload of elders that far on a trip. So that's why I didn't go today.
Why don't?
Do we have a update on the bus, that other bus? Have you heard anything?
Yeah, so the last update that we had received was that they are still pushed out and they're saying the end of the year. So I did ask for another quote to see if we could get something sooner. I'll have to follow up on that again, but that was our most recent update.
Okay.
And like I said, it's the same thing. It's the chip issue. It's been
So
ongoing.
basically, no change from what it
Yeah.
has been.
But we did get the update though,
Yep.
you know, from them. And I did ask Mr. Botkin if he could look at other areas or other places that we could get the same setup and sooner, because it's been super long.
Okay. All right, Mike, thank you.
Thanks, Sam. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Sam. Thanks, Sam.
Next up, our program updates. White Earth Housing will present here, I think, at the next meeting. Same as Indian Health Service. I think Indian Health Service sent something.
No, she's out this week.
Okay.
She said she'll be at the next meeting along with tribal colleges.
Cause I know the Housing Authority is meeting today too at 1:00 and the tribal college, they didn't send nothing?
No.
Okay,
She'll do it next meeting.
okay. Now, okay, next up on the agenda is community council updates. So I'll go down the list and I guess we have a couple here, but I'll go first. Callaway, Elbow Lake, Iron Range, Manoman, and Tawash is here.
Okay, bonjour everyone. So dear Tribal Council, congratulations and welcome to the new RBC members. We are happy to have a district rep. In the past couple of months, we have held a community meeting regarding vandalism and youth issues we are facing in the village. We are working with Jeremy Cassette for a community watch vehicle. IT came out to look at video surveillance for an estimated cost to install cameras. We have not received this. There were other recommendations, but we are unsure who to talk to about this. I don't know, should I Mr. just? Chair, if I can respond?
Yes, please.
So I did talk to Mr. Bowman and asked him if he could include that in the reservation-wide safety issues as it comes to
the street lighting and all of that. And I said, if we're gonna be doing street lighting, can we see if we can also put in cameras to make sure that we're ensuring safety for our children in the communities and our community members? So he's going to contact the DOT and see if that could be part of their reservation safety plan and roads to be included in that request. And then once I find out, I will report back to NCC.
Okay, and Nate should have the estimates and the locations of the cameras for Natowash and kind of what we're experiencing. So that should be something that will be coming as well. I think one of the other issues that we were really talking about at that meeting was looking at, there's things that we can do, but there's things that we can't do. And who do we talk to about that? Should we just list them and send them to the executive director? And maybe the department, or how do you want us to handle it? Because the thing is like, in Merlin, from the housing board made a good comment. It always comes down to, those weren't my kids and those aren't my dogs, you know? And so there's some things that we would really like to see in our village on conflict resolution, to be able to go out and kind of talk and help mediate some of these issues out before they escalate to the point where they're at. So I don't know if you.
Mr. Chairman, I think it would be a direct report to the executive director.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
And just keeping the council in the loop.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for the 4th of July funding. We had a great time. We started something new this year, and that was the lighting of memorial balloons. NCC needs to organize the memorial light a little better, but we're learning with every new event we hold. We had a tornado, and we would like to thank Cheryl Annie Jackson for assisting our community at this time. We really appreciate her and all the work that emergency response and forestry did to help us recover from the damage. Emergency response went above and beyond for a community member, but we are at the point we need additional assistance to repair some of the damage that hasn't been covered by programs. So I have been reaching out, and NCC did meet about this, but if we could get a response, we'd really appreciate it. Natowash continues to have a dog issue. Policy needs to be changed for programs to work. NCC had held an animal welfare meeting last year. It was outlined all the steps that needed to be taken. Nothing has changed. We called for another meeting and only one person responded. So we want to give a shout out to that person. She's probably upstairs right now working in her office. The community councils cannot address this issue, and we do not want to wait for another dog attack or to lose someone before this is addressed. This needs to be taken seriously, and we know what the issues are and how to fix them. Can you please help get this done? So in review, over the past 3 years, NCC has requested a lot of things. This is what we haven't gotten answers on or assistance with. And yes, we have asked, if this isn't possible, could we please be told that nothing will be done? Then we won't feel like we're in limbo here. So one is the lighting. We need lighting in multiple places. So it sounds like Bowman, we haven't heard anything, but it sounds like Bowman's working on something.
Yeah, with a safety plan, a reservation-wide safety plan with the state.
Okay, is there gonna be any community input?
Yes.
I thought there was $10,000 that comes from housing yearly for lighting and for community.
I can share a little bit on that.
Tara, you remember
No, go
that?
ahead.
I was told to talk with housing, with then on the board for about lighting, that they do have funding, what he was Mr. Famer was saying.
So, Henry?
Yeah, we kind of, I guess, here's where it's at with that, with funding right now. There wasn't no security lighting in the new section of the projects in Rice Lake there, so community council used some of their money that, the council gave, and it actually, we had like $10,000. Well, it costs $10,000, all the way up till the wire went up. So then it costed us another $10,000, which we didn't have. But then we got, some more money, and then we ended up paying for that. But to this day, I'm not on the community council no more, but they pay for the monthly bill for them lights. So we've been requesting, that money back from housing, and right now they probably are at about $10,000 owing the community council, and haven't heard nothing yet from them, so.
Yeah, bring it up.
Yeah.
Get Lori, get information, Lori, to Bernie or where those bills go to and how we.
Yeah, that's a,
I think those are power purchase agreements or power agreements with the
yeah,
utility companies. We should be working on. That's what our puck could be doing too.
Yeah.
Get that going. So
Yeah.
that'd be nice.
So, and that's one of the other things too, is that it's not just our housing houses, right? So we have a BIA road that definitely needs lighting. We also have County Road 4 that's running through our community. And there's the county already said no, that it's lit enough. But we have the skate park on that corner and it is really dark. And I don't know how many times, and everybody wears black. So you come around a corner and something happens, and we've had every year we have usually somebody being life flighted out of the village because they're hit at night. So I'd appreciate that. We need road signs. The water tower projects isn't even got a road sign, right? No sign. So we need a water tower projects. The Workforce Center Road doesn't have a street sign. We also need a light at that corner. And then a stop sign at the middle block. We need recycling bins. So this has been going on for over a year. And at this point, we've received word from Monoman County that they will not be replacing our recycling bin, our shed. So that's a county issue, but they already said no. So we'd really appreciate that if we could get something. And then a working functional community center. We would like a meeting to discuss this with other community councils in District 2 or even any community council that has space needs. We want healthy communities, but there's no space for this to happen. Assistance with a 501c3 application and master gardener classes, stipends and fees covered and something kind of worked out so we can get moving on that. These were the most pressing issues and in no particular order. So new requests. NCC has been working with a community member and the health program on offering a yoga class twice a month. We've been talking to an instructor, and the only building in the village which has good enough air quality is the new behavioral health building. First, we suggested the boxing center, but the yoga instructor said that the mold is too bad in this building. Support groups are held in the behavioral health building, which are open to the public, and we would like to offer yoga. The space in the building is not HIPAA protected, and this would be after hours. NCC would like the information for the SNP clinic for animals in the village. We will pay for this and organize it ourselves in any open spaces we can schedule with other community councils. But we need the contact information and if this would be allowable. So I know in the past, it's kind of been open reservation wide. And Nadawash did pay for it, but none of our people really got it. So we're just like that information, not the you, but the other one. And I think this would really help with our dog issue as well. NCC would like cameras to help curb the vandalism happening in our community. We would like to be invited to the youth meetings. We attend when somebody who works for White Earth lets us know. Every time we ask, we are told that it is announced in the everyone email. But these are only for White Earth employees. And so we are grateful that we have a Nadawash community member who lets us know, but it would be nice to receive an invite. NCC would like to discuss a land use plan. We need to set up a volleyball net, actually nets. But we need to know what the future plans are for the sports complex, for the softball fields, and where our new community center is going. We have a site for that. We just need approval and some further discussion. We will also need approval for the land. We would like to build a demolition derby pit and a paintball field. So we need some help with that. There are some needs at the drum hall. A hooded vent over the stove is needed, and an industrial stove would also be very helpful. Right now, there are 2 ovens. The gutters on the exterior need to be sealed, where they connect in the runoff in early spring and, our early winter and spring is concerning, as well as downspouts. Merlin Deegan had his office at the drum hall. He changed the locks on one of the doors and the key should be returned. We really do need the space there, and he should also scrape off the sticker on his door. Playground equipment for the children is needed in this area. It would be very helpful for parents to participate in ceremony. The parking lot should be paved. An arbor should be built for the fire pit. And those who are using the drum hall are good about getting their garbage out, but NCC does haul garbage because it's not being picked up weekly by sanitation, and bears have gotten into it, and we do have to clean that up. So we'd appreciate some help there. It is a White Earth building. NCC has attached a request for 18 air conditioners for our elders. We have received a personal anonymous donation of $2,000, as well as assistance from Health and Human Service Divisions. We heard our CSO navigator will receive a few from our District 2 reps, 5 air conditioners he has for our district. And we asked for one from the chairman and one from the secretary treasurer. NCC has gotten mixed messages if the elder application funding or appliance funding can be used for this, and if so, we will not need as much. We also have another possible funding support line, and we're just waiting to hear back on that. So even though we have included the request, we've got a couple different areas. And does anybody know about council's air conditioners?
So, okay.
Go ahead.
What we did is, one of our briefings is we took instead of us having the air conditioners, we give them to the elder program, to Felicia's program to distribute in each district where we were gonna do that. Because we all got 5, we turned them over in a briefing meeting we had. We turned them over to the elder program for them to distribute them. That's what we did. So they're technically not coming, they're coming from us, but they're going to the elder program to hand out from there. That's what they did. That's what we did.
Okay, so
Right,
I don't
guys?
know.
That's what we did.
Yep.
if we could approve, like, or table that request or approve it pending final count number, because then we can get a better count of what our need is.
In Annie, that 300,000 that was given, $1,000 for each elder, that is still available on request, correct? Yep, so that's where you can get air conditioners through there too.
Well, we were told not.
Actually, I think we need to have a legal opinion and Tracy comment on that because of the way, like, if it's housing repair, is an air conditioner considered a housing repair?
Well, our
Because
refrigerator,
we've been doing
they've been in
appliances,
appliances.
But I thought that went to the casino and went back to them, so why would it have to be?
If it did, then we're fine.
Yeah, it's appliances.
Yeah, I know that Tracy did have some concerns about that and she wanted to get some clarification before we continue to keep buying those air conditioners.
Are you talking about?
But if it went to the casino and back, there shouldn't be no.
I don't know. Tracy had some concerns and we're gonna wait.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll figure it out. We'll get one.
Cause that's what I
I
thought we
got
were doing
requests
with
too,
it.
so.
Yeah.
We'll do that if it hasn't been done to make sure.
We're talking about the 300,000, right? But the $1 million?
On both of them,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, all right. I thought we were.
but we'll figure it out. We'll get Tracy and figure that out. So.
Yeah, if we were getting refrigerators, appliance, shouldn't be acceptable.
Yeah, because that's what we thought too. So we were gonna start knocking on doors and making sure that our elders, so we were gonna start doing the home visits. And then we got word that it was not acceptable. And then, so it's just kind of been up in the air.
I would get a
So
hold of your local
if they
advocate.
already got help through them and spent their money though, it
It
wouldn't be
wouldn't, yeah.
covered. So
But the thing
that's-
is we've got a huge list that our elders haven't, like, basically those 18 on there haven't been helped. They still qualify.
Well, did they send it in?
That's,
No, we didn't go out there because we didn't start knocking on doors because we had a meeting, we went and got the application. We looked at our list and everybody basically qualified, so we were gonna start it, and then I got messaged by the end of that day that, hey, air conditioners aren't gonna qualify, so we didn't go out.
who did you get messaged by that they didn't qualify?
It doesn't, I'm not throwing any staff
No,
under the
no,
bus.
I'm just, I mean,
I'll
what
tell you
program,
later.
what program?
Oh, finance flagged the issue, brought it to our attention, administrative attention. And so we just need to have a legal opinion to
Yeah.
clarify that. And once we have that, we'll move forward.
Okay,
Yeah, because that's why I thought it was moving to the casino coming back, so that there wouldn't be no issues with that. Because once we did that, it's free to use, but
Yep, we just have
Maybe
to
it
make
wasn't
sure
done.
that that's agree.
That's acceptable.
On that issue, if I could just, the air conditioners, I requested one for an 85-year-old lady on their last meeting. And I want to thank, within 2 days, it was delivered over there to her and she thanks you for that. But yesterday at the meeting, I don't want to say your CSO anymore, the CSO program came and asked me, do you need an air conditioner? I said I had one. And I couldn't use it because I don't have electricity to plug it in. I'd have to plug it in out by the pole and put a tent out there to use it, so, I said I gave mine away, but if the time comes where I do need one, I wouldn't mind having one.
That's where we'll clarify with that 300,000 that's there.
yeah,
We'll
because
clarify
she's
that.
saying she's waiting for approval too, so. But I'm still asking her, I think the 5 went to our CSOs, to tell you the truth, did they?
Yep, they've been Pine Point, that's who.
That, it didn't.
Maybe it
go to
wasn't the
LT.
elders, maybe it was the
Yeah.
CSO.
Yeah.
All right, okay. We only got mistake.
Yeah.
Community service.
You got
I
four?
talked to our
We only got
CSO.
four.
I talked to our CSO and he said no.
Well,
I know I had.
If,
he should, Duddy should have got five.
If I
That he
remember
gets
correctly.
five?
yeah,
He should have got
he
five,
has
yeah.
five.
He has five.
Yep.
Cause we gotta go pick up our four from him. I don't know how we got
Those
four, but.
first 5 that he had, so we should have had 10. Because the first 5 we hustled.
Okay, so we still got 5 coming from the council.
I thought you guys did say it would go to Felicia's program.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly.
I don't remember.
We'll have to figure that out.
We'll figure that out.
Yeah, because when we did talk, it was one of Felicia's programs, so I don't know how it got to the CSO, but it did, so. Either way, they'll get
That's
it.
okay,
We'll get it.
we'll track it
We'll get it
down.
up, yeah.
Trust me. We got that coming. And then NCC is partnering with the Natiwash Unit Boys and Girls Club to take our youth to Valley Fair. We put in a request for 2 charter buses. We have over 500 youth on our Toys for Tots list, and though some of these children are too young to attend, even though that are age eligible for Valley Fair, we still have enough kids in Natiwash to fill 5 charter buses. So we ask that that is approved today, and it's attached to Mr. Chairman's letter from NCC. So our Natiwash has our community picnic tonight. Please plan on attending. If it rains, it's just too bad because we ain't got a place to go. And lastly, well, no, not lastly, because the Secretary Treasurer did tell me to keep it short. So we've added a couple more things onto the letter. But we would like to schedule a meeting with our district rep, Eugene Summers. We have a business idea and we would like his support and his input. So if we could get that scheduled, would really appreciate that.
All right. I posted my schedule. I post it every week, but I just want to address a few things. So the recycling bins, there was a discussion with White Earth Natural Resources and starting a recycling program. We're still waiting for updates on that. And the master gardening classes and stipend fees and such. Have you talked to our Zach Page with Food Sovereignty? Because I feel like he offers a lot of these services. They're also even I don't know if it's public health or I know they have some kind of gardening program. They were out at the Berry Camp last week. But let's look at them, try to utilize them. And then the other thing with the boxing center, when did this mold test happen? Because because there's been a few break-ins, so we've changed the locks quite a bit. Who did the mold testing at the boxing gym?
It wasn't an official mold test, but you might want to get one done. Because when we were talking to the yoga instructor, the first thing that we suggested was the boxing gym. And she said, I've been in the boxing gym and with the deep breathing that you need to do for yoga, she says, my allergies to mold start acting up right away and there is mold in that building and it is not conducive or healthy to be breathing that in at the boxing center.
We don't have that. Chairman's only get that one.
Okay, well, we can look into getting the a test out there. Let's see
I think that was them from the Leafy Real Estate thing.
oh, yeah.
We never went through it.
Yeah, I mean, we made a lot of updates since then, but yeah, we can get something going. And then the SNP clinic, I mean, everyone knows that's always like passed on to somebody, and it's kind of, there's no real contact person for that one. So I think that's something that our animal control officer should be, I think they should be in charge of that, and they should be the main point of contact. I'm not sure who's the main point of contact right now with the University of Minnesota. I know that for Love of Dogs, that was something.
Can we address each one as you go, Eugene?
Okay.
Because I'm trying to keep track of everything. So what
Okay.
did you start with?
So the boxing center, we addressed that, and then now the SNP clinic, and we're addressing that right now.
Okay, so we're not asking for the U of M's information. We're asking for the place, and I know Curtis has all of it. We just want their contact information. We will set it up. We will, because it always gets dumped on us anyways.
Yep.
We'll pay for it because we had to pay for it anyways. And then we'll schedule our members. All we need is that, are you going to allow us to schedule our community first, since we are paying for it, to make sure our animals are taken care of? And can we get that contact information?
Okay, yeah, that should be,
Can I make a
that
comment
should
on
be
that?
pretty quick, yeah.
Mr. Chairman? I would suggest that you get, we have an animal control commission that hasn't met in I don't know how long, so I would suggest that we get that animal control commission together and get them back on board to meeting either weekly or even bi-weekly to be able to address these things, because that came up on that animal control commission when I sat on there, that we needed to not only get more of the clinics in each community, but make those people that come to the community specific to their community, and not people from other communities coming in and taking up spots. We have addressed that, but the Animal Control Commission is tasked to address that. So we would probably have Lori reach out to Lori Thompson, who runs the Animal Control Commission, to get her going on an Animal Control Commission, get a meeting and invite these communities, a representative from the community councils, to address this thing. It's all, the table's set, it's all there. You just need the tools to do it. So I think this Animal Control Commission can help you with that. So, and get you all that information and get your stuff that you need. So Mr. Chairman, I would actually direct it, either Curtis or Lori, to get a hold of the Animal Commission, have them get a meeting, have them reach out to you guys. They did come out one time, it was a while ago. A year ago. But I mean, get them on board and get them moving forward.
Mr. Chair, if I may?
Yes.
I would like to respectfully recommend that we bring forward the Animal Control Board and Mr. Bowman on his community safety needs within the area, and our Natural Resources Department and Sanitation regarding the recycling, and bring them into an all community council meeting, so all community councils are updated at the same time, so we can hear the feedback that has been recommended today. Which,
So, as far as the master gardening class goes, we did reach out over a year ago. These are things that haven't been resolved. So we reached out to Natural Resources. To become a master gardener, you need to take the classes through the U of M, right? And there's a fee included on that. So right now we'd have to go to the county. We requested through Natural Resources that the tribe be a site that we could approach that would forward our name to be able to be eligible to take master gardening classes. Okay, so this is just a sovereignty thing. So that needs to be done, okay? So that piece needs to happen, and I'm sure it's not gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a letter from White Earth, drafted up, and then it'll be approved. We did reach out to the health division.
Yes.
To help sponsor and pay these fees, because it's over $320 plus the books, which is another whatever, so it's over $350. So we've been looking for stipends, because we have community members that I think would really benefit from this, and our communities would really benefit from becoming master gardeners and taking these classes. Because there's a piece of volunteerism that goes back into being a master gardener. And it's also a qualification. So if they apply for groundskeeper at the casino you know, guess what? Like, they're also a master gardener. So, I mean, there's employability issues here too that really kind of weigh in on this. So we've been through all these avenues. It's not like we just asked, didn't hear nothing, and then walked away. What else are we missing?
Tara, what I'd like to recommend, Chairman.
Yeah.
Is that you gotta look at your navigator also. The navigators have a budget. They think they don't, but they do. They have budgets and they do have stipends in their budgets for stuff like this. So you get back to the navigator program, they do have stipends in their budgets for things like this, but get a hold of Jeremy Cassette, he'll, and Craig Bauer, get a hold of them. They do have stipends in their budget. I know they do.
Yeah,
To
but
help with stuff like this.
if food sovereignty is not already offering services like this, we should talk to them and see if they can expand their
I mean, start
services.
with them too, and then if you dead end there, go to the navigators. Because they do have stipends in there. But
Source would be Rachel Harvelin. I think she works a little bit with master gardening too, just to see what, you know.
Extension program as well.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a couple things we could utilize, but yeah, we should really utilize those programs specifically for this type of thing before we,
Well, she does work for
yeah,
us, so.
yeah, just before we dip into the navigator's budget.
I heard Joe Bush was a master gardener. I heard that. Rumor has it Joe Bush was that. So is Karen Wadeen. I heard she's a master gardener.
We're trying to talk about a business opportunity here. You're not invited, Mike.
Chairman, point of order here. But we got to remember, you guys, we're on a pretty tight schedule because we had to reschedule the meeting today and we're triple booked. So,
So we also have one thing to add to this, is Jolson's Landing. So before, the council was looking at a 99-year budget or a 99-year lease. We'll take the budget too. A 99-year lease. And then the county came back and they said it would be like 10 years or year to year. So then the council pulled out of it. And so the community council has talked to the county and said we would be interested in signing it, but now it sounds like there's more changes. So we would like to know if the council would like to spearhead this again, these conversations, and talk about it so we can start development down at Jolson's Landing.
So, let's see. I had talked with our Parks and Recs department about this, and then they're also interested in another project. And I want to see what they have. I want them to present to me and meet with them before we move on any of that. So, because
Those are good ideas.
yeah, because they're talking about there's currently a space within District 2 where it's a boat landing and people swim there. A lot of our kids swim there, and it's dangerous for them because boats come in and out. Yeah.
The left side of it, towards the next.
Yeah. But I mean, with Joe Olson's Landing, I'd also like input from the family because I mean, I've heard mixed things, but anyways, we'll get it figured out.
It's county land.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I just, like I said, I want to be respectful to the family. Let's see. So, okay, we did the SNP clinic and then what do we have now? The cameras. So
Yeah, we did that.
I know at our gaming commission meeting, did they say they had some extra cameras because they had to replace a bunch? They had like quite a few cameras. But my question would be, who would service these cameras? Would it be our navigators? Or what's the upkeep on these cameras, and how are they even are they compatible with what we want to use them for? So I don't have those
Nate's working on
questions.
it.
Yeah. Do you have anything to add on that one? No. Okay. So then with the NATO Wash community, let me see what is this one. The youth meetings. Yeah. So yeah, I got the Boys and Girls Club. They currently host those youth initiative meetings, and I told you before that we'll get you added onto the email list, and it should be maybe we should do that for all of our community councils. So.
Mr. Chair, I would just like to have a comment to maybe we could have those that participate in the youth meetings go to the all community council meetings and provide updates that way.
Yeah.
So we're giving them the same information.
Well, my big concern with that youth committee is that there's no youth on it. I mean, how is it called the youth committee if we don't have no youth representing themselves?
Representative Jackson, so that's been an ongoing discussion. So I know there's been efforts on reestablishing our youth councils and having them sit on there as representatives. Like I said, it's ongoing. There's been a few, 2 or 3 attempts at it, but it's just, with COVID really kind of messed things up. But it's, how do we get fair representation since we're spread so far apart, and how do we get these kids there on a regular basis? You know, it's difficult, but then the Boys and Girls Club have been bringing their staff there, and you know, with the new change of leadership there, I think that might not have happened this last time because of, you know, just because we got a new director in that position. But there's usually youth workers there. I mean, they're employees of us, but they're youth staff.
Mr. Chair?
Yes.
Those meetings were to find out all of the programs that we're working with our youth, to kind of do like that needs assessment to see, you know, who's doing what. Are we maximizing our resources? Are we duplicating resources? And we will be bringing forward a proposal to our leadership for consideration on how do we tie all of that together. And just like Representative Summers had mentioned, how are we going to develop the youth councils? And then we would like to, you know, develop the budget for the youth councils, and then that way we can actually have youth commissions where they're sitting and representing what they would like, you know, in all areas. So go ahead.
Mr. Chairman?
Yeah.
With the youth things, I missed that meeting, but how are they getting their information out to the community councils like that? Like that, what was that age group that they got that program, that brochure that we had?
Was it 16?
16 to 24? The community councils, do you guys know about those programs that are going
I
through?
posted it
You did, okay, all right.
because I stopped on there
Okay, good.
and got the
Good.
brochure.
All right, we're just wondering, making sure we're all on the same page.
But we're kind of trying to open that up to 14 to,
Mhm.
you know, 17 or whatever it is, 14 to 24, because, you know, we got younger ones that want to work and earn money too, so.
And they're really intelligent, man, our kids are.
So,
Eugene?
and whatever happened, like we weren't made aware of the Elders Commission, and we have no representation whatsoever on the Elders Commission.
I thought Nada did. I thought.
It hasn't been, the election's still coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't.
Is Missy on there?
District
Yeah,
one though.
she is.
Is Missy on there?
Yep.
Oh, okay, we got somebody.
Well, she's not on, she's not on there, but they get election coming up.
But I mean, yeah, she's on the ballot.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I thought there was a couple.
How is that gonna happen?
Don't have enough time.
How is the election gonna happen?
We don't have enough time for that today, I don't think, so we're gonna have to.
We'll have to get that back to you.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll get that out to our
I
community.
think it's coming up in August.
Yeah, it's like
Next month.
August
Next.
9th.
August 9th. I know they posted it in the EMT site yesterday.
Are you done?
No. So then the drum hall issues. So at the last meeting that we had with you guys, you know, you said the gutters and then the fridge. So the gutters have been addressed. Bernie put in a work order, and I think he did fix them. And then the fridge, they ordered a fridge. I'm not sure if they installed it yet or not.
It's there.
Okay, it's there. And then with the hooded vent over the stoves and stuff, we can definitely look into that. Just seeing, it shouldn't be too hard because it's a pretty simple building. And I mean, to add a little bit of HVAC wouldn't be too bad. Yeah.
Make sure that hooded vent
Mhm.
goes outside. and is-
Yeah, I know, yeah, of course, yeah, I've seen a couple fake ones, but, yeah. And then, with Merlin, so like his program actually paid for all those repairs in the fridge, and I'm pretty sure he has a lease with us. So, I mean, I don't think there's much we can do if we have a lease with Merlin. He could pretty much use that
We could
space
check
for
with
what he
him. We
wants.
could check on that.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of, I don't know, like, if
He's
he's,
paying space costs for that office.
so I don't know the issue with him. To me, it's really not an issue if he's, you know, he's contributing and.
We'll have to figure it out.
Yeah, but let's see. But yeah, and then we addressed the 18 air conditioners again, like the RBC, we kind of didn't want to be involved in that, and we pushed it out to a program that is dealing with similar things like that. So, and then let's see, with the trip to Valley Fair, you know, it's really short notice for us, and then like we're still going over budgets and finance, and I don't have a clear I guess
So for that account that we requested that funding from
Yeah.
is the youth and elders
Yep.
funding source, and there should be at least over $375,000 in that account.
Yeah, we got an update on that account. But can you bring us like a budget? I know we have a form specifically for it. We got
Yeah,
one
Mr.
request.
The chairman has it.
Now we've circulated it.
Okay. So I
Can
guess,
we get that approved?
do you guys want to move on that today or?
Enrolled then, all 500 of them that you want to take?
Yes, Nada Wash. No.
Well, I think, well, that is a youth and elder fund for the entire reservation though. So like, I mean, are you guys I'm okay with giving Nada Wash, approving that, but the rest of,
As long as the follow-up's there,
We're gonna have,
we get some,
we're
we
gonna
get a list
have
of
more
all
of
that.
the communities coming in once they get with.
yeah. So do we wanna do something different? Do we wanna take all of our kids down there at a later date? Or do you know what I'm saying?
I'm
Maybe.
not asking you guys to
10
schedule it.
You know.
When is it scheduled for?
It's not scheduled
Not scheduled
yet,
yet,
because
okay.
the thing is we don't have a way to get them down there. That's why we're
Okay.
asking for funding.
If I may, I wanna, as a community councilor, I'm gonna jump on that too, just so.
Yeah. I think it would be,
Deserve it though.
well, since it's not, yeah. Well, since it's not planned, so we don't have a clear plan or clear date, because I'm interested in, coming back.
The all community council.
We'll get one scheduled. We don't have.
Can we table that and have for more discussion so we
Well,
can?
we need to have all communities so we get
Well,
numbers.
can we,
Well, can we plan something next week for you guys, everyone sit down, so we get a number of.
will you guys be in session because you guys have,
We could do something next week.
No, we're gonna be busy next week.
Oh,
we can't do nothing next
The
week.
week after.
And the thing is, I mean, this is what I'm saying is like, can we just plan with Boys and Girls Club to take our kids? If you want to do something with the rest of the communities, go
Why
ahead,
don't-
but we did the
Why don't we just
paperwork.
have Boys and Girls
And if you
Club?
want to deny it, just deny it.
Why don't we just have Boys and Girls Club coordinate a Valley Fair event for our kids, and then we could just take it, whatever they come up with, we can, because they have the numbers of all of our kids that go to club and whatever. They have those numbers, they have that data. Let's just do that, and then it could just come out of the our youth and elder fund if they don't already have funds for it.
Well, and I think that's why we're partnering is because they don't have funds. So we were just trying to help and get our kids down to.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
does it fit the policy for the youth and elder fund? That's the first thing we gotta look at. Does it fit the policy?
Well,
I think it does.
is this individual, I know we talked
It's a
about this
group.
before.
It's a group.
Group, okay.
Just a group. It is a group. It does fall under the policy, I believe, so. I mean, I
didn't bring my policy down. but
Well, I think the thing is coordinated and then getting the purchase order to Valley Fair for the amount of kids that we're gonna amount tickets that we're gonna have, and then coordinate with the buses, who's gonna pick up in what districts and haul everything.
It's the other end of it, when you request $5,000 for the bus and all the tickets for the kids, I don't know how this is going.
Just for the bus.
Just for the buses, that's pretty simple, you're paying for for them to get into Valley Fair, right?
No, we're paying for the buses. They'll pay for the tickets.
Who's they?
Boys and Girls Club.
Boys and Girls, okay, all right.
Oh, okay.
I know that's not true. You guys are just stingy. I know how stingy
For
you
tickets,
guys are. I know
$500.
you wouldn't be doing it.
We need a number.
Yeah, we need, I don't.
Mr. Chair, can
we
we,
get it
can we
through?
Hard,
Can
it's
we
very
work
hard
on
to make
this?
a motion.
Mr. Chair?
Yeah, let's,
can we
We
work
gave
on
them a
this
number.
internally? And we could
We
do
gave them
something
the
by
number.
consensus.
We gave them everything.
Order.
See what we were,
Order.
Okay, guys, all right, guys.
remember Eugene, you were asking that, with these donations, we want a budget, we want the numbers, and then after they go, we wanna see what was actually spent.
yeah,
And that's, that's something that's reasonable.
yeah.
And, so if we can get, I see you got just the two buses, so they're 2,500 a piece, is what you were quoted.
We need that quote. What do you think? If that's what we're gonna go by,
I'd say so. Yeah.
I would say so.
We don't have a problem with that. We have no problem with that.
Okay.
But switching the rules when we're making a request and you guys are gonna be gone next week. If you guys wanna do it all, go ahead and do it, but you're switching the rules right now.
And where is Boys and Girls Club? Why aren't they in here saying, yes, we're buying the tickets?
I don't know, I got a text. Do you want me to forward a text?
Yeah, I think we should, it needs more discussion. If it's one of our divisions working on it, you know, we gotta hear from them too. And this is it needs to be planned out.
I mean, I'm all for it.
Yeah, I'm all
It's
for it
just that,
too. It's
you know,
just,
we gotta figure this out because
it's kind of,
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
I'd just like to reiterate my recommendations is to allow us some time to figure this out internally, and we can bring it forward with consensus to the leadership to make a decision, and hopefully we can have that resolved before the end of this week with a response back. That would be my
By
recommendation.
tomorrow?
Basically,
Yeah,
yep.
okay.
And we can do it by consensus.
Yeah.
You can do it by
Yeah.
Yeah. We can.
Okay, McRitch.
All right.
all right,
Good.
just that last one. So, NCC is gonna start a business up there.
We want to meet individually with you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm definitely, like, I'll meet with you guys at your next, or whenever, I prefer it to be at the, at your next, community council meeting, so I can get all that information too. But hopefully by that time we'll have a new economic development director. I'm kind of phasing myself out. I mean, there's a couple ongoing projects that need to be addressed, but I really want to focus on, my position as a District 2 representative.
Okay, so here's what we need. We need you as a District 2, not as economic development, because we need space. There's a building we're interested in. We don't want to announce it unless it's actually a reality.
Okay.
And so we want to talk to you to see if this is something you will support, so we can move forward one way or another. And community councils can apply and receive LLCs. So that's one thing, because, you know, it's not a nonprofit status, it's the actual business status. And then we could be funding our own stuff and we wouldn't have to be here.
Yeah.
And that's what we're looking for. That's what we're looking for.
I know that's what you're looking for.
So if you guys pursue.
Well, not that you'd not be here, just for you guys to
Oh,
self-sustain,
okay.
yeah. I mean,
Just
do your
one
own fundraising.
Just one more question. So if you guys pursue this LLC, are you still gonna pursue your 501c3
Yes.
status? Okay.
Because we'd be able to donate all of our profits to our nonprofit, so we can fund our activities. At the same time, apply for grants, because we can't receive any grants. We've been approached offering us money that we cannot accept because we do not have a 501c3 number.
Okay.
All right, thank you guys.
Oh,
Thank
one
you,
more
Jim.
thing, this one goes for Eugene.
Yeah.
Mike, we're not gonna go to vigilantism, we'll waive it.
Thank you for the offer though, Mike.
Just leave the knees alone.
All right, next up is the Cass Lake Community Council, Cass Lake on. Pine Point,
If they don't look at their email.
Rice Lake,
They're not here, but I'll just make it really fast. I won't
Yes.
make it so long. Because I was, the chair of that council there, which I had to, resign, but, I'm still in support of them. So I'd like to thank the past council, for the fireworks display. We did have a little misfire with one of the firemen there from Natowash. Got hit behind the head. I don't know how he got hit behind the head, but he did get burned pretty good on the head, burnt some hair off and burnt his shirt and everything. But they volunteered, the volunteer fire department, and that was Donovan in there. They had 4 of them come there. And it did just miss me, but I'm so fast, I just got out of the way. And we only had like 8 of them out there, lighting them. So it was kind of like, that's what we look out for too. So we did purchase before our picnic. We did, we had to go indoors because it was raining, but we did purchase some snow cone stuff and cotton candy stuff, and that was a big hit. And
It was raining in Rice Lake, so they moved their fireworks show into the gymnasium.
yeah. No. That was our community picnic. But like I said, right now, they're only running on 3, they're gonna have some elections here coming up, but I was gonna attend, keep attending their meetings with them, so. Not to tell them what to do, but just to listen, so. So that's all I got for Risley.
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, Annie, can you see how long their meeting's gonna go if we can get there by 2:00?
They go till about, till they're done.
Till they're done, okay.
Yeah,
If
so
we
I
can
don't know,
maybe-
it all depends on what's all on the agenda.
Maybe we can reach out to them, let them know that we're gonna be there at 2 or something, so I know we're running kind of behind, so.
All right, thank you. Wobbin, Whiters.
Right here. I'm Brandon Kier, Water Chairman, Community Council. I don't know how to compete with Nita Wash.
Try though. Huh?
I'm gonna go back, from when we're, back to May. We had a free elders bingo. It went really good. We had 56 elders that come and, participate. We bought gifts and stuff. It was really nice turnout. We had a little snack bar for them, little coffee bar. They really like that. On July 2nd, we had our fireworks show. We won a WECC wants to say which for our tribal council for donating the money for our fireworks. It was an awesome show in our village. We got to serve tacos in a bag. 218 members came to eat, so it was a good success. On July 8th, I took the kids to White Shield, North Dakota powwow, contest powwow. It was really nice. They treated us and the kids really good. Nothing really went on in June. It was an awful, besides the powwow, it was just an awful icky little month. For August, we have a few events coming up. We're gonna do another free elders bingo, and we're gonna do a movie night for our kids. We have a meeting on August 3rd to discuss the dates on that. So, and last and done, I have here a budget request for our second annual Labor Day powwow for September 3rd and 4th. With that, last year was really a good success. I'm not sure how much dancers came. We had 4 or 5 drums, but it's for a little amount of time we had, we really had a good healing in our community. But with this budget, we had a special meeting the other day, and our ladies on our council approved everything, and we're switching it up this year with security. We're doing it with our community members on our own. So I think that's gonna be pretty cool. We added a few specials, youth, adult and youth wise, youth to be separate. The hand drum, the kids love that, so we put that adult and youth.
What time is your meeting on the 3rd, round 5?
Yep, 5.
I guess, Mr. Chairman, my question is, I know you have it all mapped out and you did a very good job at doing this, but like your drum pay, say you only get 4 drums again. I mean, you're not gonna need $5,000 for 4 drums.
So we pay them $570, sorry.
Yeah.
Like $570 is the normal cut.
Okay.
When I was growing up, that was the thing.
Okay.
Normal. Like last year, we gave like $1,750,000.
Okay.
For coming from like.
Okay, that's my only question is that I know you're requesting 35,000, but if you don't.
It's a little low, or, I know what you mean.
If you come in under budget or whatever, stuff like that.
Don't we do 30,000 for each powwow though? Mike, is that what
I
it
can't,
was?
I'll have to take a look and see what, I know the council passed a resolution on powwows, I guess, for.
You'll have to check with
Tracy and
It was
see.
budgeted at 35,000, so each powwow was already pre-budgeted
Yeah,
at a certain amount
I mean, this one was added, right, last year?
last year, yeah.
It was added, so I think.
Supposed to be.
Yeah. So,
I don't think we need to take any action on, do we?
No, not really, no, because it was already like pre-budgeted.
Yeah.
All right.
of the.
It's already done. I mean, it's already in the budget.
Yeah.
Just bringing it forward to you.
Because they made a motion last year, you guys made, on the previous council made a motion last year to put it in the annual.
Yep, I'll, as secretary treasurer, I'll send this out to finance.
Very good, very good, Mike.
Is that it, Pam?
Yep, that's all I have for you guys for this month.
Very good. Thank you. Next up is White Earth Urban. Do we have?
They sent an email, they'll be right after, White Earth, Community Council.
They're done, so they're up now.
Yep, so this is what they
We just sent a
emailed
quick
Ryan.
Oh, okay.
We're just talking about their community picnic. It's gonna be August 27th. They're meeting on August 9th at 5 PM. Locations to be announced. AC Not Fixing the Carriage House.
Oh, that, okay.
That's about it.
Mr. Chairman, I can speak on that. I did a site visit down in the urban office and the carriage house, they really utilize that space and I think it's needed for them. But they haven't gotten, I don't believe they got any quotes on getting it repaired or anything, but we are scheduling a site visit down there on the 9th. So I think we could probably wait until then. I can contact Ryan and see if we can get those quotes and any other information that you're gonna need. So I think we could probably just follow up with this email saying that we're gonna come down there on the 9th and we'll address it then.
I think we're all gonna be there on the 9th. I don't know if you can be there, you're not chairman, but I know, Annie, are you gonna be there on 9th?
I didn't know, I'm going
No, it's
down
gonna
the
be us
other
three, I
one
think.
for they're having
Their
an
picnic.
employee picnic and then they're gonna have the member picnic. So I'm gonna go for that.
Okay. But I haven't responded that I was gonna be there, but I'll do that this afternoon.
Okay.
All right, next up is some old business. We have the Eagles Nest sales proposal.
Is she here?
Laura, do you know if she was invited to come to this?
Mr. Chairman, I'm not certain. I just know that, Maria had put it on the agenda as it was an old item that was tabled.
Yeah, we really need Ashley here for this one. Maybe table it again. I'm not sure. But Antonio, is this something that has to be, or what is she asking, a sales proposal? Is that something we can do in our weekly briefings or?
Likely, I mean, $4,000 total, I mean, some program manager should be able to approve that at their level,
Oh, okay.
so.
Maybe elders, I don't know.
Okay.
Elders
Yeah,
cushion.
I'm not sure. We'll need some clarification from Ashley. Maybe we can have her come in on one of our Monday briefings and then she can tell us more about it. So I'm not sure what exactly she's asking, if we have to put this out for RFP or not, or.
Well, we bought some from her last year, but it wasn't that high of a price and we gave it all to EMP to give out to the elders.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it sounds like pretty simple. Yeah, we'll still just have to come in and get some clarification. But yeah, if she was here today, I wouldn't mind moving on this.
Okay, next up is the Urban Elder Bus Trip request.
Oh, was that when they came or?
No, they're requesting.
There's a picnic?
Chairman.
Yes, they're requesting to come up.
They're requesting to come up to the casino on a trip, just on a trip.
I talked to Marcy this week and she said they got like almost 50, 60 people signed up.
They already do it, because we talked about it a little bit, and when they came up for the inauguration, they chartered a big bus, and I believe there was only like 5 people on that bus. So. And we talked a little bit about them, if they have a list that's gonna fill the bus and stuff like that. And if they didn't have that many, we would make some alternate arrangements for a smaller bus, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, but she said the list is going pretty fast on it.
I really don't have a problem with this.
So motion to approve that request by the elders of the urban.
Motion.
Motion by Eugene,
Second.
second by Mike, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries for the Urban Elder Bus Trip request. You get that, Aisha?
Yep.
Okay. Is there a amount on there? No, we'll come on to $2,200, so. All right, next up is the Ogama Days request.
whatever.
This is coming out. That 2,000, the bus? It'll come out the other way.
Yeah.
That's what
Looks
he.
like we're gonna have some.
But if this says, yeah, I can reach out to him. Yeah, I'll call him because he has on it.
Is this from their community council or?
But yeah, I can.
It's from the Ogama Community.
How come we just don't use all that donation money from gaming that they got for their community councils? You know what I mean? Remember, we looked at that report yesterday, there's Oklahoma Liquor
Yeah.
Store, there's what else is there?
Yeah, cause like with requests like these, I have a big issue with it coming out of the youth and elder funds because we, obviously a lot of these things aren't gonna be targeted towards youth and isn't gonna be our youth. And I feel that if the youth and elder fund is coming directly from our gaming operations, originally our gaming operations were to, benefit band members and, so.
Annie?
Well, you just turned the other shoe on that one then, because earlier you said you'd be for all youth going. But it's like, a lot of our youth do go here. They participate in the parade. I mean, they participate in all the games. They had I don't say we fund the whole 7,000, but they had a petting zoo one year. So, and a lot of our, my age, your age, participate too, but elders are sitting there, so I don't know, I guess maybe
The elders
1,000.
Had their bus in it, when we had a bus, we would go and pick their bus in the parade and stuff, we were in the parade.
This is for youth, correct?
It's for youth, it's for all ages, actually.
Yeah.
Even your age even?
Your age, my elder.
No, those are just my concerns. And I mean, with the last request, it was an internal division, our Boys and Girls Club that had numbers. And so, when it's coming from a community council, it's just, I don't know,
Well, it did come from a community.
yeah, I know, but there was an internal division involved with it. So I don't know, I'm just raising,
I would say, I would move to approve 1,000. I mean, that's,
Is that
that's
reasonable,
reasonable
council,
for.
$1,000?
And then we gotta understand that this is also clashing with the powwow, the Labor Day powwow. That shouldn't be a factor, but I would agree to it. To help
You
them
guys
out.
go with $1,000? Okay, motion by Annie. Motion by Annie for $1,000 for the Ogama Days request.
I'll second that.
Second by Mike, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you. All right, next up is Pine Point request.
Oh, that's on, powwow, right?
Yes,
Is that?
That should have been
that's
added.
what I gave back this morning. It's right in
Also,
front of you. Yep.
Is that there,
It's right here. I got this one. You got it?
okay, they are just basically asking for 20 pounds of rice and 500 and I have no problem with the paper products. The rice is what I wanted to bring forward to council because I don't know how much rice we have.
we have less than 1,000 pounds right now, so I don't know if we'll be able to fulfill this request. Oh wait, no, which one are you guys looking at?
The Pine
Point Powell.
Oh, the Pine Point Fountain.
I think that's a reasonable request for 20 pounds.
Oh, 20 pounds. Oh, I thought you said
Yeah.
200. I was like-
20 pounds.
Oh, okay.
I think it would be.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And I can do the paper product.
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Mike,
Second.
second by Eugene, all in favor for giving a request of 500 paper products and also 20 pounds of wild rice. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you. Next up is I know we had discussion on the marriage code. I know Antonio's gonna meet with probably in a debriefing again on this, and I think we can bring this back to the table to amend that code to look at this and to bring.
Bring some amendments.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
For
thank you.
tabling this?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Wednesday, Friday?
No, the
No,
marriage code revision.
That's the marriage code.
Oh, you put that on.
Yeah. And the next one is the Bemidji Pride Support Letter and donation request, and I think they're asking for how much?
There's a certain amount that you guys can donate.
Well, we can do any level here, guys, if you want. You guys look at the levels.
Yeah. Is this something the casino could probably sponsor instead of, the government? Cause they have a budget for sponsors, so maybe they could just add this to this one, I mean, they're not asking for a lot.
No, they're not.
But I mean, I don't know if this should come to our table either.
It's up to you guys, really.
Well, I
Or
mean,
you know, yeah.
We have a lot of members in that village area.
yeah,
We have a lot of members in that village area.
But wouldn't you want our Shooting Star Casino to have, their logo on the flyer instead of, the whiter tribal government? Or both, I don't know.
Got a good point there, Eugene. I'd have both on there.
Yeah.
They would be on the logo. I mean, you'd have the logo and the.
it's only $300 for blue, so we're,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you guys wanna go?
I'll move for
Everything
300.
above.
Huh?
You guys get everything above too, get recognized at the event.
Oh, wow.
Social media posts, you get free vendor
Might as well go with
spot.
the blue, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah. All right, we need a motion to, the donor level, blue level motion.
Yep, I know.
Motion by Annie,
Second.
second by Henry, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries, thank you.
Now
Next,
you can ask Casino to do it too.
Yeah.
yeah,
I would.
I know that what's on it too is the Pathfinders discussion and I think also, how do you guys want to look at this again? You guys want to bring them? I know we're kind of on time constraints too, but
The Pathfinder's in here?
No.
It's not even in here.
oh, we'll have to.
Well, it was on the agenda today and Antonia did review it last night after our discussion. Yesterday, you had asked to put it on the agenda, so it is on the agenda. Mr. Wellstone is available.
I can call
And
him.
then Antonio did review the documents as well.
I would like to review them with you guys to identify the risks associated, just so you guys are aware when you guys make your decision. And I'm ready to do that now if you guys want, or if you guys want.
Can we do it tomorrow?
Huh?
Well, we did inform Mr. Wellstone that he was on the agenda for.
Yeah, I think we need to do it
I think we'd have to go
Yes.
through it.
Yeah.
You just want to do it now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can call him right now.
And I really don't think we need, I mean, I don't, unless these guys do, we need anything from Wellstone. I mean, he's just gonna tell us the same thing he told us before. So we don't have to waste some time on that.
Well, that's what, you wanted to talk to us about the risk analysis.
Okay, yeah, that's, I'm okay, we're okay with
So we don't
that.
need to talk to him.
I don't think we needed to, I don't,
No,
I
but we
think,
did tell
yeah,
him
he
that
already
he
took up
was
his
going
time.
to be on the
Yeah,
agenda.
And then maybe Antonio has some questions for him also.
All right.
I'm just saying if he's on there, we don't need another whole.
Unless you would like, excuse me, Mr. Chair, if I may, if you'd like to move it to executive session, you can do that as well.
Yes, I think that's the best thing.
Let's move it to there.
Yeah.
Okay, you go ahead.
Plus, we need to go on a break anyway, so plus we gotta reassess what under the housing board meeting, so.
Are you guys? That was me?
What I'd like to say, make good to everyone for.
Chairman, we have to.
We just have the consent agendas and then we go into executive session after that, so.
Okay. All right, the consent agenda. Anyone have any questions on the consent agenda?
I think maybe you two should go. For sure.
Any,
Mike,
Oh,
yes.
if I could ask, before you guys go into, executive and signatories, I happened to be outside when we went, you asked for Pine Point. I've found it, and a lot of other people found it very difficult that Pine Point has a community council, but they never show up at these meetings, yet they always get what they want. It's just,
Mr. Chairman.
that was
Mr.
the power.
We're dealing with that.
Yeah,
We're gonna deal with, the attendance of community councils at the RBC meeting. We are gonna take care of that.
and then the dog issue, I talked to Jeremy about that, and I believe his dog, people are out with COVID right now, so we've got an issue in Pine Point where.
He's back working. I seen him yesterday. He's
At
back
the
working.
food shelter, we have one person that shows up with 5 people. While we're trying to put food in there and somebody's gonna get bit, and that's where I'd like to have that safety officer out there on Wednesdays.
Aisha, was there anything to add to this or no?
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Sam.
Thank you, Sam.
Thanks.
See you later.
Here.
These were brought down this morning and Antonio did review them, so I made a separate.
Properly and him do up.
So both have to be approved.
And I have two that I'm.
Early dance.
So there's more to this consent agenda?
None of those on those.
There's more to it?
Okay, so you took them off
I
already?
So
basically.
these
they weren't-
these four that you have on the second one, just
Uh-huh.
came in this morning, which Antonio did review.
Okay, but we're good with these? Okay, you guys get a chance to look at these?
Yeah.
Yep.
Can I look at that?
And I emailed them this morning, the new ones that were brought down this morning.
So on the consent agenda, we just have like economic development, office lease agreement, education, just some grants we're applying for. Health is grants, funding, human services, budget, resolution, extensions on grants. Judicial is just a renewal of a MOU. Legal, there's some contracts, natural resources, youth hunting season regulations, resolution, WELSA, file cabinet storage. And for the ones that were added in today's implement entry letter for designation for finance, Indian Community Development Block Grant, and also for WELSA as a copier lease and natural resources application for EAP underground storage tank funding and resolution. Any questions on these?
Which ones didn't you review? You reviewed all
All
of
of
them?
those on
Oh, yeah,
those
right,
lists,
okay,
yes.
all right.
So are you,
Showed me the same. That's good.
motion by Annie,
Second.
second by Mike, all in favor for the consent agenda with the 4 additions?
Aye.
Aye.
What were the 4 additions?
This back page.
The back page.
Oh.
Yeah. We just talked about
We just talked about.
it. Okay, so all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, motion carries. Thank you, everyone, for being here today, and I appreciate your time, and be safe. Iguabamin, the guys. Let's take a break.
Now, that one, Mike,